So now we're going to talk about the prior knowledge that the FBI, the CIA, and the NSA, among so many other agencies, knew beforehand before the attacks. And I'm going to say this right now, it is extremely crazy how much information they had, but didn't really do anything about it, or just because of policy and a bunch of other stuff. So just realize that this part is very crazy, at least to me, someone who wasn't really well informed on this whole section, but hopefully I inform you, and then you kind of realize how big of a mess up that the government did with the attacks. During this time in late 1999, Walid bin Attash would meet with Midhar and tell him to meet in Malaysia to have a meeting there, and that Midhar and Abu Bara al-Yemeni, I believe his name was, would also be in attendance. This call would be intercepted by the NSA, where they would mention that something nefarious was afoot, but strangely no further action was taken. And that there would be another incident where the CIA was informed by Saudi intelligence about Midhar and Hazmi being related to Al-Qaeda, where they broke into Midhar's hotel room in Dubai, where they found that he had a US visa, and that although Alex Station, which was a specific division in the CIA that tracked bin Laden's specific movements, they would inform other agencies worldwide, but apparently they didn't share this information with the FBI. And that the Malaysian Special Branch would observe the meeting that happened on January 5th, 2000 with the two Al-Qaeda members. That they informed the CIA that Midhar, Hazmi, and Khalas would be flying to Bangkok, but they didn't tell any other agencies of this information. They wouldn't even ask the State Department to put Midhar on the watch list, and that an FBI liaison to Alex Station would even request permission to tell the FBI, but they were told, quote unquote, this is not a matter for the FBI. And in late June, senior counterterrorism official Richard Clarke and CIA Director George Tenet were, quote, convinced that a major series of attacks were about to come, end quote. And although the CIA believed that the attacks would happen either in Saudi Arabia or Israel, Clarke would still put domestic agencies on high alert, saying, quote, something spectacular is going to happen here, and it's going to happen soon. Clarke would then ask the FBI and the State Department to alert other embassies, including police departments and the Department of Defense, to go to Threat Condition Delta, where he would later write, somewhere in the CIA there was information that 2 known Al-Qaeda terrorists had come into the US, and that somewhere in the FBI there was info that strange things have been going on at flight schools in the States. They had specific information about the individual terrorists from which one could have deduced what was about to happen. None of that information got to me or the White House.
Did you know that the 2 individuals who had been identified as Al-Qaeda had entered the United States and were presently thought to be in the country?
I was not informed of that, nor were senior levels of the FBI.